Hey everybody, Dogbear here, back in DC World Collide with some other helpful advice for some newer players. Getting asked some more questions. I'm going to go over a few things here. Let's start with the various stores, what you should buy, anything that costs gold, buy. There's only three things. Oops, four. Never mind, forgot about that one. Need to buy that myself. I don't really spend gems on anything else. I don't spend them on gear. I definitely don't spend it down here on anything. Eva Falls, you'll notice that there's gear up here with these little diamonds. These are Epic 2 or something like that they call them. As you can see, they go all the way up to 20. They have a bit more. Generally, you should be holding out for the yellow gear. Getting this gear is always great. It's actually a really good piece. Let me buy that. So that's the kind of stuff you want to buy for Eva Falls currency. Don't buy purple. Don't buy blue. I think that's what in there. Just go for gold. Beast Arena, it's going to depend on who you have. Once you unlock Luther, buy the Luther shards. You might want to buy the Luther shards even before you unlock Luther, because you're going to eventually unlock Luther anyway. If you're working on Santana, this is where you get her shards. You shouldn't be working on Bizarro, he's not that good. Red Hood's out here. But the other thing you might want to consider buying after that is this 8th medal. What the 8th medal is, this can be used in place of any epic or legendary character fragment. So I have like 59 of them that would allow me to upgrade any character with 59 of those pieces. I have no shards, already need a few to fill in. You can also buy this chest if you want to get up to 60. This gives 40 fragments of a random epic character. If you want to save up all the way to 6,000, go right ahead. Elseworld shop, I'm buying Nightwing right now because I have Nightwing. I actually do have Poison Ivy and Stormfire, but I don't care about them. Again, you have the chest out here for 6,000. The other thing I do buy is this collection rank up chip. This is for the collection items like the tiger, the bat cycle, which everybody gets, the mirror, stuff like that. Go into that when we get there. We have the unrestricted arena shop. Now, if you have one of the three legendaries, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, by all means buy their shards here. Chances are you're probably not going to do a duplicate pull to get more shards. You can also do 4,000 here. This is for legendary fragments, so you get to pick the legendary out of somebody you already have. So if you pulled like a Deathstroke, a Cyborg, etc., you could change it to that and spend 4,000 and get 10 shards of them. This is 10 shards of any epic character that you currently have, so you can switch it again to that. This is also where you get Kid Flash, Grodd, and Two-Face shards as well. Last but not least, the new guild shop. I'm just buying character fragments. Right now, that seems to be the only thing I really care about. Moving on to the collection items. There's various collection items. You start out with the Bat Cycle. The mirror here heals the back row characters. The tiger is actually good for like a bleed team. If you're using a bleed team, unfortunately he's kind of slow until you get to use him. The throne you get later on, which you get through Digital Universe, is the one I currently use. It's quite good. Then there's the rare ones. You have the old Batmobile, the Invisible Plane, and the new Lex armor. So like I said, there's also this rank up here. You can see I've ranked up my throne. It makes it so that this does additional things. I'm getting increased defense. Eventually I'll get to rank 5. Here's where the collection rank up chips come into play. So now let's talk a little bit more about battle a little bit real quick. Some people are confused the way these battles work. This will be a nice long fight. And okay, I have my basic team here. I like to use. I was using a 3-tank setup last time I had to use this team. That was for a different thing. So you can see I don't really have a whole lot of what looks like to be synergy. I actually have 3 blues and 2 greens. These happen to be very strong characters I happen to have. If you're unfamiliar with the 3 traits, agility are green, strength is red, blue is intellect. You see blue counters strength, green counters agility, green counters blue. There's different bonuses also. If you deploy 2 characters with the same trait and 2 other characters with another trait and 1 with a third, so you can do 2 green, 2 blue. You get hit point bonus. You get 3 characters with that. Because I'm doing 3 blue, 2 green, I am getting a hit point bonus of 10% and attack bonus of 10% as well. If I had 4 characters, it would be at 12%, and if I had 5, all the same attribute, you get 15%. There's been questions about the ultimate list. Now, this only affects you if you're actually playing auto. You can auto the early stages of the game and be fine. As you get later into the game, though, it becomes more important for you to control the ultimates yourself. So therefore, I don't really worry about my auto order. I know where the characters are. I know what the characters' abilities do. Lex is going to do his shield. Kid Flash is a big heal. Constantine's a big AoE damage. Nightwing has will try to stun somebody and do some damage. Killer Frost is an interesting one. She gives herself a damage amplification, essentially making it so that she does more damage on her basic, and she gives herself essentially like 60% turn meter to help her jump the line. She's a little bit more of an odd one, and you can see I'm using my throne as my collection item. So when I start a battle, I always start out right with the throne. You might have to wait if you're using the bat cycle or the mirror for a better time. I'm going to start right off right here. Even though I've never fought this, I'm going to go try for the AoE. I don't see a whole lot of damage. If there was a whole lot of damage, I would have done Lex's shield immediately. I'm going to use Lex's shield now. The Lex's shield does clear off the debuffs, so I like to get rid of them. Plus, while I have the shield up, I'm getting damage reduction. The particular team I'm going against doesn't seem like a very high damage team. It's kind of a poison team, kind of going to be an annoyance. Let's see if I can get a stun. We got a stun, so that's going to help, reduce the damage. Now, Kid Flash, he does have that big heal on his ultimate, but he also has a smaller heal every couple turns when he takes, so he will heal somebody up. My Constantine's getting low, so I saved his heal. Now I can use it when I need to. Because I have 2 energy left, I'm going to use Killer Frost's ability. So you get energy down here, and you can see I'm getting 5 per round when that fills up. That happens every time one of your characters takes basic, it fills up. So after 5 turns completed of 5 basics, you get the energy. It comes in, it starts at 3, goes to 4, goes to 5. 5 is the highest. You also have 15 rounds to kill things, or you lose automatically. So you can't just go on indefinitely. Because I have energy back, you got to also manage your energy. Like I know I have 4. I could have saved it, but I wanted to get the Nightwing off. We end up killing somebody, so that works out. You can also see how many turns it's going to be until the ultimates are ready. I just have some that I know I really want to cast. I don't really need to save a whole lot right now. I'm doing fine with this battle. It's almost autoplay for me just to do that. So now I wouldn't want to waste Kid Flash. Nobody really needs the healing. I kind of want to save the energy and get somebody better off. I do fill out, but that happens at the end of the battles. Not a big deal. As you can see, we're down to the last Scarecrow here. And we are through. So I hope that gives you an idea of how the battles work and how the energy works and how you get the energy, which is just, you have to wait for your characters to take turns. That's why progress bar is so important. And there are some characters that can manipulate that. Flash being probably the top one. He goes very first and he knocks back progress bar. There is another character that does it fairly often, and it is Grodd on his ultimate. He does knock it back too. That's what makes him a good tank for the first couple of turns. And that's also what makes Grodd a good plug-and-play tank. Why he's so used, because he just knocks back that action bar immediately, plus he throws out debuffs. So as far as people ask what teams, well, the answer is it depends on who you have. There's some basic teams out there. There's a poison team which consists of Poison Ivy, Penguin, and actually Scarecrow is more important. It's mostly Poison Ivy and Scarecrow. You can do it without Penguin. And generally that Poison team now would have a Grodd on it as a 4th member, and the 5th member, probably best one right now, is probably Raven. Because she can put poison out sometimes. It's random. She is a very good plug-and-play character because of her abilities, and she's the only character who can res a fallen character. Another team you might hear of is called a burn team. Great if you have the actual Superman Legendary. You don't need him to actually get it going. But it consists of Superboy, Firestorm, Starfire, anybody who can put a burn out there to help Superboy get him going. Other characters I've seen paired with that was like Constantine, Lex. Doesn't really matter. Batman, he does fall off in the later game, unfortunately, because he is a single target burst character. But he is good if you need to take down like a big tank in front. He has his own little team. It usually consists of like Batman, Nightwing. Where's Damian? I know I have Damian somewhere. Oh, there's Damian. Damian in the back row. And then you can add whoever you want as the 5th. Someone to be like a Killer Croc's actually kind of good because he does bleeds. Cyborg, of course, a healer. There's some good characters there overall, general characters that you can plug and play pretty much into any team. Lex Luthor, being a legendary tank with the shield and damage reduction, works phenomenal. Constantine, big damage dealer, works pretty much everywhere with any team because of how much damage he does put out. Zatanna, absolutely amazing character because all you have to do is have her present and you get lifesteal essentially on everybody. So she just has to kind of be there. Kid Flash, probably the best single target healer there is in the game right now. So obviously that works too. Killer Frost, you might not look at her and think much of her, but she does quite a bit of damage by just essentially using her basic. She puts out quite a lot of damage because of that, and she assists. That's why she puts out so much damage. That's what makes her a great plug-and-play character. Later game, Penguin's going to become more of a tank plug-and-play. If you have his emblem, we'll go into emblems in a minute. Gorilla Grodd, like I said before, because of his knockback mechanic, he is a good plug-and-play character as well. Two-Face, if you put him in the back row, he gives damage to the rest of the back row characters, amplifying them by quite a bit, or he can be put in the front row and do damage reduction as well, more tanky then. A very interesting character. Green Arrow, especially at high levels, can really put out a whole lot of damage, AoE damage too. That's what makes him such a good plug-and-play character. If you're still newer and you're wondering who the purple characters are any good, Black Canary's a phenomenal healer. Plus, she has a silence. That's something unique to her. Huntress can actually put out quite a bit of damage if you need an extra green character. Don't sleep on her. Scarecrow, of course, is needed for Poison Ivy's poison team. So that's where he really shines. Captain Cold can put up a shield. He's okay. Harley Quinn's a weird one because she gives out random debuffs, so you don't know what you're going to get with her. But she can be quite annoying. Black Manta, he can do some good burst damage if he can survive. Mirror Master, if you're having trouble getting to a back row and there's somebody back there you just can't get around the tanks and you want to get them killed, he'll be good for that because he does do everything he does is just hits the back row. I really haven't found a good use for this guy, Deadshot. Mr. Freeze used to be a much better tank than he is now. He's still okay at lower levels, along with Clayface. They're good tanks. Frankenstein lasts a little bit longer because he can self-heal, and he's pretty tanky by himself. Killer Croc's actually good on a bleed team if you're actually using a bleed team. Bleed team, which I forgot to mention, that usually you would use like a Two-Face. You can even throw in Damian Wayne because they put bleeds out. Cyborg is also another option on Deathstroke if you got him as a legendary. Helps make that team work as well. Wonder Woman's another great, just all-around legendary. Can be plug and play. Not a whole lot of bad characters. Nightwing's a phenomenal tank. He gets better with his emblem. There's a shield team, which consists of Lex Luthor, Jessica Cruz as the main two. You can also throw in Pandora. These are characters who generate shield. You're essentially trying to charge up Jessica Cruz and more. And you can actually use Phantom Stranger then as well, because he does generate shield too. And technically so does Clayface, but there would be no room for him. As far as the blue characters, there's really not many blue characters, if any, you'd want to work on, except the question you used in the one used to be, it's called Surveillance now. It used to be like Crisis Watch. Red Robin and, what's her name? Cheetah. I really haven't found a use for them. But you do want to get these purple characters up to rank 3, or rank 8, I should say, 3 red stars, just to have in case you do need to throw them in, because there are those nodes that you can only do like red, blue, or green, so you might need them. So I think that's about it for this one. I'll let you go now. So I hope this video is helpful and informative, and until next time.